No.
Has he put a ring on your finger so you're fiance?
No.
Has he walked you down the aisle?
No. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have my lovely older sister that I talk so much about.
Hi.
Her name is Elizabeth.
Hi guys.
And she has been married for 5 years?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
1 child.
We have a little girl, we have another one on the way.
And been dating for 10?
Yes.
So she has...
Wow, that took a long time. Yes.
We are here today to answer your questions about relationships, about men. You guys have sent in like so many questions. I'm gonna try and get through as many as possible, but ladies, these dilemmas, oh lord. Anyway, my sister has like a lot more experience than I do, so hence why I've brought her on the channel. So this is going to be hopefully a new series called Relationship Goals with a Z. Alright, so let's just start off with the first question. I've been dating my man for 4 years and I'm ready to settle down. Why can I not get my man to marry me?
Are you living together? Are you separate? Has he mentioned marriage? Have you discussed marriage? Does he want marriage? Does he want marriage with you?
Ooh.
Because a lot of these people are out here saying they want marriage, but it's not necessarily with you.
Ooh.
So you need to just sit down and have very frank conversations. One girl did it with her boyfriend, and he tweeted about the fact that she just up and left him 6 months later.
On to the next.
And people on Twitter were like, well, why are you ragging her?
As in...
You sat down, she asked you, do you want marriage? You said no. She wants marriage, so she said, okay, cool. She moved out and she left.
Bye.
Now she knows her worth.
But 4 years is a hell of a long time.
It depends. It depends. If you're young,
right.
If you met when you were like 16 and now you're 20, then yeah, 4 years sounds a lot, but it's not really. If you're 30 and you've been dating for 4 years, then yeah, it is a lot, because you should be, in quote, more established. You know what you want, you know what you're looking for. And men usually know within about 6 months if they're going to marry you. So if he's never mentioned it, or it's something he said he doesn't want, then that was you just ignoring that he doesn't actually want to get married. So you might need to just cut your losses and go.
I met my now fiance when he was 29. So by then he's got his shit together. Yeah, he's financially stable. I found that until men are financially stable, then they don't get in the mindset.
They're not looking to get married. Because they can't take care of you. So there's no point in them trying to propose marriage to you. But they would have talked about it.
Oh,
and said they want to.
Yeah, because what age did you meet Ruby?
We met when we were 20. We were at uni.
Did he say he wanted to marry you?
Yeah, from like the first couple of months, maybe.
Oh, wow. A guy knows within, I would say, maximum 3 to 6 months.
And they lock it down. They lock it down.
Immediately.
As soon as they can, they lock it down. So if you're already living together, you've got kids together or whatever, then you've given him marriage without needing to be committed. So
honestly, you don't want 4 years to turn to 8. Keep it moving.
Have a conversation.
I am a successful woman.
Good on you.
Working in the city. I'm currently dating a man that earns less than me. Is this a problem? And would you date a man that earns less than you?
It's only a problem if you make it a problem. It's only a problem if he has ego issues with it being a problem. Is that going to be long-term a problem for you? Because you have a certain lifestyle.
True.
And you're expecting a certain lifestyle if you get married. If he has ambition for bigger and better for himself, but he's still working up, then give him the time he needs to work up and get better and do better. But don't slow your success down waiting for him to catch up. That doesn't make any sense.
I personally don't have a problem who earns less, who earns more. No. That's no one's business.
No.
As long as the man is doing what he needs to do in the relationship, i.e. paying the bills, paying the mortgage, taking care of the kids. As long as he's doing what he needs to do, it doesn't matter how much you earn or how much he earns. He's taking care of his business.
If he can take care of the family. Like if you're earning like 6 million a year and he's earning 3 million, he can still take care of the family.
As in...
By less, you mean like he's working minimum wage, whereas you're looking at a 6-figure salary, then your expectations from life are very different. So you have to work that out together.
Do you want to live in Kensington?
Yeah.
Or do you want to rent in nowhere?
Nowhere. Before you get married, discuss it and know where you both stand.
And where his life is going.
Yeah. And keep reviewing, because finances aren't just static.
Oh, that's true. They're
fluid. They change.
You have a baby.
Yeah. You go on maternity leave. maybe you're only getting statutory maternity pay from the government, so you're not earning anything almost. In which case, can he then take over everything and still look after you and still keep you at the standard that you're used to?
Why do men play games?
Everyone
Honestly.
plays games when they're insecure and when they don't know who they are or what they want in life. So if someone is playing games, just don't waste your time. Like, you know your worth. You know what you're bringing to the table if you're not even bringing the whole table in the first place. I don't mess with anyone who plays games. Women, men, dogs. I can't be dealing with it. So just walk away.
Okay, who should pay on the first date?
I would personally say the man. But if you have initiated the first date, then a lot of people are saying, okay, then the woman should pay. Personally, I think it's the man that should pay. But usually a first date is like coffee or like
dinner.
Drinks at a bar. Not even dinner. Some people don't even... In this day and age, people aren't even doing dinner anymore.
Oh, gosh.
People are doing first dates as like a coffee bar. So if you can't afford a £3 coffee and a £2 cake... Like,
he's not the one.
Like, do you know what I mean?
He's not the one. Like, one of my female friends was saying that she likes to pay her own half on the first date because she doesn't want him to feel like she owes him like a kiss or something from that.
No, that's because you allow someone to have such an expectation. Why is it because someone's taking you on a coffee, you owe them physical attention?
Honestly, it's true.
I think that's rubbish. I think that's honest trash. You don't owe anyone physical attention until they've put a ring on your finger and walked you down the aisle.
True.
You don't owe anyone anything.
Preach.
You just don't. How can £3 make me owe you something? That's just trash. I'm sorry.
Right.
No.
And then the other side, I've heard from a male friend that a lady suggested that they go to the Shard. She ordered the lobster, the champagne. She was just looking that the bill was literally about £450.
Well, that's because he allowed that to take place. I'm sorry, but like, females don't take the mick unless he has suggested that place. For the first date, let the man pick. Make sure it's a public place. You're safe.
Right.
Ideally, it's during the daytime.
Okay.
And you make your own way there and you can make your own way back home. Don't be stuck in a stupid situation. But within that context, allow him to pick. Because he knows his budget. He knows what he can and can't afford. What I can afford today is Nando's. Not everyone is making 6 figures. That's okay. That's fine. A lot of wealthy people today, they built it up together. They didn't start wealthy. If you can afford the Shard, let him take you to the Shard. But don't pick the Shard and then spend £500. That's just not fair.
Free meal.
Literally, you're just looking to be wined and dined for free. That's unfair.
Ladies, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, you do.
I know it's 2020, but all this, I can do my own. I'm not that babe. Go and be looking for her because it's not me. If you can't pay, don't even approach me. Okay, why can successful women never find the right man?
It depends on the vibe you're putting out.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, this isn't in all situations. But I've seen a lot of successful women, some of them my friends, who just put out a vibe of, I don't need you.
Oh, I don't need a man.
I've got it all my own. Like, they don't even need to say, I don't need a man. They just put out the vibe of, I don't need you, I'm strong, independent, blah, blah, blah. Which is fine.
What do you mean by they put out the vibe? Like,
it's a vibe of everything they do is almost like armour. It's like they've almost got an armour around them that no one can penetrate. Oh. And it's like, well, a guy's going to see that and think, okay, well, she doesn't want me, she doesn't need me. I'm not going to, like a serious man. Okay,
like maybe at work, a guy would be like, would you like some coffee this morning?
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
No, it's fine, I can get my own. Do you know what I mean? Like, or someone opens the door for you, all of a sudden, what are you trying to say? I'm too weak to open the door. Like, come on. Be feminine. You're a woman, be feminine. Right. The man is there to be masculine, you're feminine. But if you're putting out masculine energy, it's going to deter a serious person. I would say just check your vibe and check that what you're putting out there is attracting what you're wanting.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, don't play it down that you're successful, but
there's power in feminine energy.
Yeah, exactly.
There and I feel like not enough people say that.
Because they just think, oh, feminine energy weakness, but
it's not. It's strength.
It's a lot of strength
beyond like any other.
Yeah. And I think we just need to remember that we are stronger in our femininity and be okay with that.
Yeah. The person that I am at the office, I'm not that person when I'm around my fiance because I don't need to be. Like, exactly. Honestly, the masculine energy kind of puts him off.
Yeah, which it would. Any normal man.
It genuinely puts him off.
Yeah, it would.
He takes care of me. I don't need to be every day on edge.
Which is good because then you can be comfortable in yourself.
Yeah.
In who you are as a woman, and I think that's so needed. I think that's what every woman wants and needs. I would say you're not struggling because you're successful. It's probably everything else, but people have just told you it's your success.
Because you're successful, right?
Yeah,
right.
Because it's an easy cop-out to say people don't like me because I'm successful. It's like, well, no. It's the energy you've got at the office that you're bringing into your social surrounding.
Right.
When you go out to socialise, you're bringing that, I don't need anyone, I can do everything by myself, I'm
the boss.
Yeah, I'm the boss.
Don't chat to me.
Yeah. And it's off-putting for anyone who even wants to try. Like, there's loads of amazing, successful women
who have great relationships.
Like, look at Sarah Blakely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the lady who founded Spanx. She didn't get married till she was 37.
Oh, wow.
And her husband was 39 or 40. They had both never been married.
Whoa.
And she had already built the Spanx empire. She was a multi-millionaire. And they met when she was a multi-millionaire. But they have a loving relationship. They've been married for a while now. They have kids, so it's nothing to do with success.
Right.
I think it's more the vibe you're putting out there.
Right. That makes sense.
And what's that attracting or detracting or repelling, from your life. So
my boyfriend didn't take me out or buy me any gift for Valentine's Day. I'm so upset. Do I forgive him or say something? He's not your boyfriend, he's somebody else's boyfriend.
As in, did he go out without you? It's one of these things where you need to communicate what you need. You forget the men aren't mind readers, that they really don't, even subtle hints don't work on most men. Even blatant hints don't work on most men. You have to be like, look, Valentine's Day is coming, what are we doing?
Flower.
Literally, I've had to do that with my own husband. Like, babe, Valentine's Day is coming, what are we doing? No, don't me, go figure something out. Oh, okay, cool. And then that's when he decides he has to go and figure it. Don't be subtle. You don't have to be harsh, you don't have to be horrid. But you have to be very straightforward with men. To just lay out your expectation from the beginning. Right. And be like, every time it's Valentine's Day or a birthday or an anniversary or something special,
book a restaurant.
We need to do something.
Buy me cake.
I like red velvet cakes. I like 12 dozen red roses. And this is my favourite restaurant. This is what you need to do. And they'll do it. If they love you and they're committed to you, they'll do it. But I think a lot of men don't understand sometimes that that's the expectation. They just think, oh, it's another stupid holiday. Oh. But if it's important to you, then you have to communicate that, hey, Valentine's Day is coming up, what are we doing? Oh. Sometimes you just need to lay it out. Men are quite simple in the best way, not in a derogatory way, but men are very straightforward. So you have to be straightforward sometimes. But once you've set that, they know for future. But you need to be open and honest and set it. Because
I've been in the single field for a while, let me break this down for you. He's not your man. He's not your man. Let me just.
Why do you say that?
Valentine's Day exposes people. If he hasn't spent the day with you, he hasn't bought you anything else. Let me just be honest. He's not your man.
Maybe he's working.
You've been in a relationship for a long time. You don't know these streets.
But maybe they just started dating.
These streets. They're full of nonsense. No. As she said, you can communicate to me. I don't even have time for nonsense. Next. All my friends are getting married. I hate being single.
I would say celebrate the success of others so that when it's your time to celebrate, you two will have good, solid, strong people that genuinely want your success as well. Aww. That's the best advice I can give you. It can be hard because you're watching people couple off and pair off, but when your time comes, those same people that you've supported will be right there beside you to support you. So don't let it be a thing where you become jealous and know that your time is coming, and when it comes, people will be around you to support you too. Don't be that friend. The minute you announce engagement or marriage, all of a sudden certain people start having funny attitudes.
Oh, wow.
And you're like, we were supposed to be friends. You're supposed to be happy for me. I'm happy for you and your successes. And when your time comes, I'll be happy and there for you too. Just don't be that friend. Sometimes it really affects people. So deal with it. Know that it's only your issue. And you just need to level up. You just need to be a better person for your friends.
I don't understand when people say they hate being single. I was enjoying myself.
The way I
travelled, I was enjoying life. I can't lie.
Learn to enjoy life by yourself. You are your first friend.
Honestly.
You are your first person that you love. Learn to enjoy life by yourself, because otherwise you're always looking for someone to fill that part of you. And no one, no matter how good and great and wonderful and perfect they are, no one will ever be able to fill that. So if you're not happy with yourself or happy to be by yourself, I'm not saying give up on relationships, but if you're not content and happy within yourself already, I really don't see how you should be looking for a relationship in the first place. It's better for you to be single
and happy,
content, be able to sip wine in your house and go to bed knowing no one's cheating on you, running around on you, doing this, doing that. No, it's better to be single and have your peace of mind than a nonsense relationship where someone is breaking you down and ruining your self-worth. No amount of I'm wifeyed up or I'm hubbied up or I have bae.
My man cheated on me last year.
Oh, that's a shame.
I forgave him and took him back. I think my man is cheating again. What do I do?
Personally, I'm the kind of person that cheating's a complete deal breaker. Like, it's none of this, we'll get back together. That's just not an option for me. But good on you for choosing to work through things. But have you worked through things? Is he actually doing that?
Honestly.
Or is it your paranoia coming through? I'm not saying you are paranoid, because usually women's instincts are
usually correct, yeah.
So if he is, again, you need a frank conversation. Be honest and just be like, hey, what's going on? I've noticed this behaviour's cropping up again. What's happening? I don't know how much work you've done since he cheated for both of you to get back to a place of trust. Did he do things to make you know that you can trust him again? But now things are a bit dodgy, or he's just had to work late nights because he's trying to like save up money for a house for you guys or for a ring. Like, sometimes behaviour can be misconstrued and a lot of it is miscommunication.
We assume a lot.
We assume a lot as women, and then we don't talk, and then we're keeping things bottled up, and then we like explode. But be honest and open and just be like, hey, what's going on?
But what if the lady has kids with the person, like has built a life with the person? Like,
then it's harder. Every relationship is different.
Right. Like, look at Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. You
have to decide that you want to work through it, but you have to work through it together and then come to a place of mutual agreement and put certain boundaries in place to make sure that you don't ever get back to that place. Personally, it's not something I'm willing to deal with. Like, by God's grace, I have a really supportive family and stuff, and I always have somewhere to go if something could go terribly wrong. So I'm not willing to ever put myself or my children through someone doing rubbish to us. I'm just not willing to put myself through that.
Oh, hey, Eliana, princess.
Are you not staying with Grandpa?
Oh. You need to pee-pee?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She needs the toilet.
She needs to pee-pee.
That's my little girl. She's such a character.
I feel like there's a difference between someone who has a problem and someone who's made a mistake.
Yeah,
so I feel like it's important to identify what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
And move forward from there.
And sometimes maybe you had a part in it too.
It's true. People don't take responsibility
because sometimes you yourself, you know, you're not putting 100%
into the relationship. It's true.
Sometimes you are ignoring. Sometimes you're not speaking their love language enough.
True.
Sometimes you're not giving them the attention that they need. I'm not saying these are all like excuses.
It's true.
But if you've seen the Sex and the City movie...
What's the matter?
I had sex with someone else.
Red short the lawyer. So her husband cheated on her, but it was like a one-time thing.
Oh,
it was because they hadn't had any communication.
Oh yeah, he said they hadn't had any intimacy as well.
Like, it was a lot of things that built up over time that led to some. In that situation, then you can understand how it happened, and he was desperately sorry. It never happened again. He took full responsibility. He was honest as he could be. They worked through it. Like, it wasn't easy, but they worked through it, and they put steps in place to make sure that didn't happen again. But it was because it was almost like a wake-up call for her to realise, actually, I'm neglecting my family, and my career is the one that I'm putting first. So in certain situations, it's not that it's okay, but you can understand where it's come from and you can work through it. If it's now a patterned behaviour where it's constant, that's a different situation.
That's an issue.
That's an issue, and it's not your issue. Because no matter what you do, you can't fix that.
Yeah.
So you have to let that person go and deal with that issue themselves.
But I feel like we need to make it clear the difference, because I feel like in a lot of communities...
I didn't think about that, it's true.
In a lot of communities, it's like you're conditioned to stay with the guy no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what, and that's trash.
And I don't agree with that at all.
No.
Like, no. No, just no. Is being with a white man better than being with a black man?
No, race is not relevant.
Right. In love.
It's not relevant at all. There are trash white men, there are great white men. There are trash black men, there are great black men. The race is completely irrelevant.
Have you heard this hashtag, black men don't cheat?
They actually don't. Not all black men cheat.
No.
We just highlight the fact that a lot of them do. But a lot of other cultures men
do
cheat
as well.
too. Race has nothing to do with it.
Right.
Take people as a person-to-person basis. Don't, because of their skin tone, paint them with their, oh, well, you're the ideal, you'll never cheat. That's a lie.
Right.
Or you're always going to cheat. Like, that's a lie.
Right.
Take people on a person-to-person basis. Remember that time we were driving to Euston?
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Okay.
Tell me that's not
Basically,
trash.
what happened was
rubbish.
So we were driving to Euston, and the car in front of us, there was this white man.
It was a nice car too, like a Jag or a
like
Merc or
guy
something.
had money,
like
clearly.
a nice
but
car.
his wife or whatever girlfriend, we don't know what she was.
She was Asian.
She was an Asian lady sitting next to him. He was literally holding his fist and punching her.
Full on abuse.
Like he was literally
in the middle of the
driving
day.
With one hand.
In the middle of the day,
her
driving
like
to
this.
Euston Station in London. White man.
That was crazy.
I think it's like he probably at least middle
in
to
her
like
face,
late
like punching
this, like her head was reverberating off of the window.
It's crazy.
Just don't assume because of skin colour someone's better. Look at people as a one-to-one basis, where they've come from, where they're going, and what their ideals are. Please don't start tarring people.
Is it better to secure the bag or secure a man?
I don't understand what this secure the bag means. I actually don't get it. I see it all the time, and what does that mean? Like, genuinely, I'm so like out of it. What does secure the bag even mean?
It means get your finances on point. I guess.
Your finances should always be something that you're getting on point.
Is it today?
You should always be trying to get your finances on point. That isn't something that should be like a, should I do it or should I not?
Why does everyone have to make the two mutually exclusive? Why can't we do the two at the same time?
At the same time. Should be that's how most of the greatest couples did it. I don't understand.
Swear, why does it have to be one or the other?
No, it should be you're always trying to secure your finances. 1. 2, securing the man and find a man that has the same goals and visions as you, so that you're both doing it together. Unless you're already in unhealthy habits where you're working like 70 hours a week and you don't have time to see anyone. I know, like law, for instance.
Oh, it's intense.
Especially corporate law.
Very intense.
Especially when they're young, they've just got into the bit, they have to be there to prove their worth to then get promoted. Unless it's in that kind of situation.
Relate to that.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was in migrations 12 hours like non-stop.
Exactly. In which case, fair enough, you don't necessarily have time to date loads. But if you've met someone and they can understand that you can only give them a few hours a week at a certain time because you're building this,
they should be busy too.
Then they should be busy too building something.
Calling you every second. Baby,
yeah, like why are you? Like, no, I'm at work. Why are you at
Where
work?
are you? Like,
if you're not working, that's a problem.
That's an issue, honestly.
So yeah, I don't understand this whole secure the bag business.
Secure both.
Secure your bag at all times. Your bag should already be secure. It should be clutched.
What's the best way for me to find a man? You actually gave me really good advice. This was when I was single. The type of lady I am, I was looking for someone who was like of a certain caliber, like an ambitious guy who's like constantly doing things,
building his own,
building
empire,
his life.
Yeah.
If he's at church, he won't be mingling. He'll be at church in the service, then leave. Like, you gave me really good advice that I need to be in the right place to meet the right type of people. Yeah.
If you're looking for someone like that, are you going to business ping meetings? Are you going to corporate meetups? Are you going to like the business connect group at your church? If you're looking for like the godly man or whatever,
like
or some people, if you're looking like a pastor in training, are you a pastor in training? Are you going to Bible college? You can't be single sitting at home saying there's no one else.
You're at home. Of course there's no one there.
Like, I'm an introvert, so I understand the genuine need to be at home by yourself. But if you're genuinely, properly looking for a serious relationship, then you can't afford to sit at home and say, oh, there's no one out there. That's not true. You're the one that's not out there.
It's you. It's you. You had the problem.
You're the one out there. Join clubs. Anything you're interested in, look for the local group in your area and join it. You never know what could come. And if you don't meet people there might be other people that know people that you might be interested in.
Isn't that how Meghan met Harry?
Yeah,
someone
exactly.
that she knew.
It's her friend that recommended.
Tap into that.
It was a friend, but she had to have that friend.
It's true.
So be out there.
I would definitely say online dating.
Yeah, because
honestly,
really
like
online, but not like Tinder.
No, everything but Tinder. Okay, let me just be clear.
Specify the type of online dating.
So let's say Match.com. I've heard Bumble's quite good.
There's another one that I saw adverts for.
There's even Christian singles.
Yeah, Christian singles. There's Muslim
singles,
everything. Whatever it is you're looking for,
you'll find it. Honestly, the internet.
If you're serious, they're serious. I know a lot of good couples that have met online, so don't rule it out.
Right. I've been seeing this guy for a while now, but we don't have a title. We spend all our time together. Is it okay to assume that I'm his girlfriend?
No, don't assume shit. No, I don't believe in assuming anything. That's how women put yourselves in dumbass situations. You're assuming, and then when he finds the one he really wants to be with, all of a sudden you're the side chick and you didn't realise you were. No. A serious man will give you a title. What trash is you spend all your time together and you want to assume that you're his girlfriend? Has he called you his girlfriend?
Yeah.
No. Has he put a ring on your finger so your fiance?
No.
Has he walked you down the aisle?
No.
So if these things haven't happened, you need to have a conversation.
Aye. We take a lot of nonsense.
We do.
Aye.
And by not being honest and open, it almost defaults in lowering your standard. And then you start renting out your womb for free, being wifey in the house for free, and then all of a sudden when he decides, actually, I'm done with this, you can get up and walk out. That's trash. No, get him to give you a title.
Honestly.
Demand that he gives you a title if that's what you want. And if he's not willing to do that, then know he's not serious about you and make your way out the door. Don't assume anything.
Men are very straightforward.
They really are. Like, even when we first started dating, my husband was already calling me his girlfriend.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that wasn't a thing, because he was my first boyfriend. So I didn't know you had to have, like, dates and then decide.
Oh, right.
If I'm investing my time, there has to be a label to this.
It's true.
What is all of this trash of you're taking all of my time and then not giving me any level of security in the relationship, but you're stopping anyone else that could be interested coming in?
It's true.
Trash.
It's true.
If he's not willing to put a label to you, I'm sure there are plenty of other men looking at you, wishing you were theirs.
Oh.
No, if he's not willing to give you a title and that's what you want, walk out the door.
In the 3rd month, my fiance told me that I'm going to be his wife. This was month 3.
Men are territorial.
Yeah.
Proper men are territorial. And they want people to know, not that you're property, like not in like a derogatory way, but they want people to know you're taken. You're with someone. So get a clear-cut answer. And if he starts dodging, sidelining, not being straightforward, know that he's not serious. Or you're a side chick and you didn't know. That's just it.
There are so many side chicks.
There are a lot of side chicks that don't know they're side chicks.
No.
Doing nonsense.
Doing too much rubbish. No. Next question. I'm dating a guy who is separated from his wife, but he still lives at home because of the children. I want him to move in with me. What do I do?
Get out of the whole situation. It's a mess. It's a mess. If he's separated but he's still living at home, that's trash. One, because you're not separated. By law, to be separated, you have to have moved out of the house.
Right.
And if you are living in the same home, you have to prove that you're living in separate bedrooms. Oh, but that doesn't make sense.
That doesn't mean anything, yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. A lot of people walk around saying, oh, I'm separated, as an excuse for people to know that they have a family, but still run around doing rubbish. Does his wife know they're separated? Because he might have decided this for himself. Does his wife know? No, but with all seriousness.
Honestly.
People say a lot of rubbish. If you're genuinely separated, it means you hate each other and you want a divorce. That's the first step towards divorce. Usually that means you're moving out. If you want to be in your kids' lives, it's very easy to be.
Right.
You can easily see them on the weekends, pick them up from school. Because it could be true. Maybe they do want a divorce. But at the end of the day, do you really want to be involved in that situation?
Yes.
Let him fix his own situation, get out of it, let it be a clean break, let him know exactly what's happening. And then if you really believe you're supposed to be together, then cool. But he's just coming out of a relationship, not even out of a relationship. By the way, it's marriage, like by law and in front of God and friends and family. You now want to be the person that everyone hates, that he can easily blame for the break.
Don't be a homebreaker.
Don't be that person. Just don't even get into that situation.
Because
if he's really the one for you, he would have sorted all of this rubbish out. Sorted all of it out, and then will come to find you. And how do you know it's not just a temporary break in their relationship? That maybe they just need some time apart, but then they'll work things out and be like back together again. Like, they're married, they have kids. There's a bigger commitment to that than there is to you who've been dating him for what, 3 months? Unless someone is fully divorced, they've got papers, the ink has been dried.
Ask for the papers.
The ink has dried for at least a year. And there's not going to be any baby mama drama, none of this, none of that. Like, let him sort his situation out. Don't make it messy for yourself and for the kids involved, and for the wife that maybe is hoping her husband will come home one day.
There are enough men in the world,
there
like
really
single
are.
men.
There really are, and it's
take someone
unnecessary.
else's.
It's unnecessary to be chasing people that are separated. I don't believe in that trash at all.
And have
Just
more
walk away.
respect and value for yourself.
For yourself.
Like, how can you be begging someone to move out of their house?
If he wanted to move out, he would have moved out, and he certainly should not be moving in with you. Because, no, but with all seriousness, he's just come out of a very serious
relationship,
long-term commitment. He should be by himself to figure himself out before he then starts looking for another wife. I'm sorry, but no. I
just graduated from uni, and my parents were pressuring me to get married. I'm seeing a man, but I don't know if I want to marry him.
Yeah, you're probably African like we are. Don't stress about it. Don't even stress about it. If you're from an ethnic minority, that's the next thing your parents ask you. You've gone to uni, you've got your first class.
Okay, where's your husband?
Where's your husband? Don't let anyone pressure you into marriage, because at the end of the day, it's only you and the other person in that marriage. And if you hate it, and it's making your life miserable, and that person is not the one for you, this is how I think cheating even begins. Because people didn't even marry the right person in the first place. Then they realise a few years down the line that there's so many other people out there that they could have been with that are much more suited to them. And then this is how divorce happens and all this, but you're already intertwined in a relationship you don't even want to be in. No. I
feel like the worst thing that I could have done is come out of uni and get married.
Yeah, because you're still finding
I don't know myself. I need to live life.
You need to live life. You need to enjoy earning money, doing things for yourself, like
living my own place.
No,
no,
I don't agree with that at all. Unless you found that person in uni, you're in love, you know, you want to get married. That's a different situation.
But even you didn't marry straight.
No, we didn't. No, so I went to Australia for 2 solid years. I was gone. And he was here building his career, doing his own thing. Like, it's not necessary to be married so super young.
So young, it's true.
It's not necessary. You can do it. I know there are people that have done it successfully, but especially if you're not sure they're the one in the first place.
Right. But it's because your parents are just telling you.
Yeah, no. Your parents want you to be happy. That's why they want you to be married, because they think...
No, but the pressure is real.
I'm not saying it's not.
It is actually real.
I'm not saying it's not, but sometimes you have to walk away from that pressure. Right. But sometimes you have to turn around and say to them, well, do you want me to marry someone that's going to be good to me?
Right.
And worth my time? Or do you just want me to settle for anyone?
Right, it's true.
Usually, like, you can respect your parents and explain to them that you can't just marry the first person that comes along.
Right.
If they're married, they know marriage is hard. And they know that you should technically be waiting for the correct person. Don't bow to such pressure. It's just unnecessary.
Enjoy your youth,
honestly.
Next question: am I wrong for dating 3 men at the same time?
No, I don't believe in dating too many people at the same time.
Yeah, that didn't work for
I think it's really confusing. That's more confusing for your heart and mind.
Yeah,
because now you're trying to pit them against each other and they don't even know they're competing.
Do they know it's true?
I've never known people to date loads of people at the same time that's worked out. If they're worth having enough time to do a second and third date, I just don't see why you're still dating 3 people at the same time.
The man I'm dating is so cheap. How do I get him to buy me more things?
Define cheap. People would see my husband and think he's cheap, but really he's just very, very financially aware.
He is very financially savvy.
Very financially aware.
Very.
But
that's why he's so successful.
Yeah, that's why he's really successful. Yeah. Because he's very into the numbers. It doesn't matter that you're expecting Manolo Blahnik shoes. That's your issue. There's no money for Manolo Blahnik shoes. Because if you have a vision for your future,
it's true.
Vision comes with budgeting. Billionaires still budget.
It's true.
Millionaires are still budgeting.
It's true.
It's just that their budget is larger. They learnt that in the early stages of being poor. Is he cheap because he is financially savvy and is just trying to be smart with money because he has big goals and dreams? Or is he just choosing that you're just not worth spending money on?
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's men that are like that.
They just don't want to spend
They want the
money
perks of what you will give them without investing anything for themselves.
That's really bad.
Regardless of his financial savvy, he should still be taking you out and doing stuff. Like when we first met, we were at uni. Our first date was going to coffee. He didn't have a suit or like any formal clothing. Like he was at uni, he was young, he was like 20. So he bought himself his first suit jacket from like Primark to like try and impress me. He had put so much effort and he didn't have loads of money at all. But he budgeted aside and he had saved for a few weeks his salary so that we could go to have a coffee together and then to go to see a movie. Decide what is cheap for his income.
Right, it's true. It's true. What stage is he at?
Because not everyone is a millionaire and can buy you Manolo Blahnik.
It's true. When you say buy me things, like, I hope you don't mean
Yeah, because that's not a nice expectation.
Yeah, you should
a
get
level of expectation. If you can't provide that for yourself, you shouldn't be expecting other people to provide it for you. I don't know many men, no matter how rich they are, that are just gonna sit there and just buy you loads of things.
Unless they're trying to buy something else.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. Okay. So, and in which case, that's a whole different situation. Have realistic expectations of people, and if it's that you've been dating for a while, but he doesn't buy you gifts on your birthday or your anniversary, then that's a different thing. You have to have a conversation about that and be like, hey, on my birthday and our anniversary and stuff, I expect gifts.
But I love what you do. You always tell me what you want. I remember one time she said she wanted a Chanel, was it key holder?
Yeah.
He went to go buy, her husband went to go buy a Gucci one.
Because it was cheaper.
She told me.
He thought he would be saving money.
To return it.
I returned it for him. I returned it for him and called the Chanel store and bought it with the money that I returned it.
I'm 32, I'm getting old, and I really want a baby, but I don't have a man. My friends have advised me to go to the sperm bank.
Unless single parenthood is what you're wanting in your life, I don't suggest that. I would suggest instead freezing your eggs. Fertility from 35 starts to decline quite rapidly, and from 40 it's just a downhill. If you want motherhood and you feel like you're getting to an age where it might not be a possibility because of age, then look into something like freezing your eggs. Because I know women who are single parents and they love it. Okay. And they did that. They did the sperm donor thing, or they adopted. Yeah, or they adopted.
Okay, adoption's a good one.
Which is fine, and that's what they want to do. But if that's not the lifestyle change you're looking for, and you're actually just wanting a committed relationship before family, then I would say freezing your eggs is probably the best option. And if you are getting older, don't rule out adoption. Okay. Or a surrogate mother. Or maybe start fostering children. Okay, yeah, that's true. There are loads of kids that need temporary foster homes. That's true. Like if you're just having that maternal instinct that you want to be able to provide and love and look after people, there are loads of foster children that need stable, honest, good homes. They're open to single parents. There are so many kids in the system that need homes, good homes.
There were just loads of questions about like cheating. Why do men cheat? So we'll probably just round it up.
I honestly don't have the energy. I've never had the energy for nonsense. Sometimes you have to take responsibility for the fact that you allowed someone to believe that it's okay for you to be if you can't respect me, I can't respect you, and we part ways from there. Like, you have to acknowledge that you're not in a good place and acknowledge that you are going to let people take advantage of you, and you are going to let people, just for the sake of saying I have someone, or there's someone that's interested, or someone that loves me. But let me tell you now, it's not ever going to be worth it. The headache, the stress. Honestly. And if they say they'll change for you, that's a lie. If they're not going to change for themselves, they're not going to change for anyone. No matter how much they think they love you, it's just not going to happen. And some people's past sets them up for failure. Like, was his father faithful to his mum?
That's another issue we have.
Because generational things are true. They're true. Oh. It's monkey see, monkey do for all of us. By God's grace, we see certain behaviours that are wrong, and we then try and change them within our own lives. But that takes a lot of work. That takes a lot of effort. That takes a lot of self-realisation. And if someone is not going to put that effort in for themselves when they're single, being in a relationship is not going to suddenly make them change their ways or choose to do the work that it takes to be a better person than what they saw growing up. From what I've seen from people who have been cheated on, sometimes I have seen that it's just they've set themselves up for it. To be completely honest,
there are the red signs.
There are huge red flags waving in your face that you choose to ignore. You choose to ignore because you want to be blinded by love. You can't just sweep it under the rug, because then it grows into a huge furry rat that comes out later. Genuinely, your peace of mind is priceless. Honestly,
that was the final question. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, let us know, comment down below. If you have any more questions, please leave it there. If you want us to do another one, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye. Bye.